Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. I hope everybody doing well. Good afternoon. Good evening to you. I wanted to come back on here, keep my word, and I'm back on here again for a second time. I was on here a little bit earlier. Had to get off a little bit earlier. Was taking care of some business. But I wanted to come back on here tonight, and I wanted to jump on here and have a good and honest discussion. And the discussion that I'm just talking about tonight is some people don't like the truth and facts because they are only used to lies. Some people don't like the truth and facts because they are only used to lies. And I want to have a good and open, honest conversation about that. Why? Because I feel like it's so necessary and to continue to raise awareness about what's going on in our community. Continue to raise awareness about the realities, the facts, the cold hard facts, not opinion, but facts of what's going on in the community. And I committed myself in my retirement with me being having the freedom to do whatever the heck that I want to do. I've decided to serve my community by raising awareness, right? And I wanted to come on and have a conversation and a discussion about that. Why? Because I wholeheartedly know that there's a lot to deal with, and I'm going to talk about that in a lot of ways. The good thing about it is I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. Listen, I'm not going to apologize, not 1 second, for serving 26 years, 57% of my life serving this country, having the ability to come home and retire. When I come home, I want what's better for the community. And there's a lot of things that I see in my immediate area where I'm from that ain't good. And I'm not going to be quiet about it. Just because you may have chosen to be quiet about it, just because you may have chosen to accept certain things the way that they are, that is your own personal decision. And guess what? I respect you for it. But if you feel like that I'm going to be quiet or I should be quiet just because you disagree with me, there's some cognitively wrong with you. And that's a personal issue that you're going to have to work out. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. That right there is on Mary Had a Little Lamb. But I just wanted to come on here tonight and continue the conversation that I had earlier. That's why I said some people just don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. You know why they don't like the truth? Because this is all they know. This right here is 100% all they know. Right. And all they know is a lie. Then when you present them with truth and facts, they think that you are attacking it because it's disrupting their comfort zone. And when it's all they know, right, then that's what they get defensive on. Even though they don't like what they know, they don't like the realities that they have to deal with. They don't like the conditions that they have to deal with. But just because that's all they know, that's what they defend. Right. Because of the fear of the unknown. And I want to talk about the psychological impacts of it. Right. And I want to talk about it from the perspective so we can gain an understanding for those that seek an understanding. I also understand that there are those that don't seek an understanding. Those that just want, to be, those that just want to be messy. It's just what that is. There's a saying, and I'm going to use this and I'm going to give a PG-13 version because we may have some kids watching. Right. And I'm a person that I choose not to utilize profanity. Just a personal choice. But flies are drawn to manure. Flies are drawn to manure. Why are flies drawn to manure? Right? And y'all know what manure is, right? That's, use a more scientific term, that's rectal discretion, right? That's feces, right? Dung, boo-boo, doo-doo. In other terms, right? Flies are drawn to that, right? So in that same instance, that same analogy, people are drawn to mess. Some people, that's all they know. So that's what they're drawn to. That's what they're going to be attracted to. That's what they're going to run towards, right? They're going to ignore everything else and try to find something to stick to because that's all they know. If you go to them with reason, with logic, with understanding, with truth, with facts, they're going to ignore all of that and they're going to automatically go to something that they used to, and that's mess. And they're going to try to make things messy, and they're going to go from it from that perspective because that's all they know. And I would tell you this, I'm not wasting no time trying to worry about convincing somebody who's committed to remaining ignorant on the top, on something. That I'm not doing that. And I'm definitely, and I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this with all due respect, not in trying to be intended. This is no disrespect, but I'm saying this to make a point. I'm not finna sit here and argue with anybody who would intentionally let their kids get diagnosed with a condition so they can get a disability check. And y'all know there's some people in our community like that. And those people are typically the same people who are drawn to manure. And the reason why am I talking about it? Why am I taking time to talk about this? I'm taking time to talk about it because there are so many people who chooses to be negative and don't understand what accountability looks like. Don't understand what raising awareness looks like. And have spent their entire lives not being exposed to anything better than what mediocrity, not being exposed to anything better to people lying to your face, and telling you lies and not coming through with you. But guess what? They just want to focus on the negative. There's some people right now in Marion that always say that, dang, man, this man always talking negative about Marion. But didn't see that I shared today when Marion made a post, the city of Marion made a post updating the community about an upcoming water outage because of what they're doing. I shared that. But what I will also do is I will also highlight the fact that that's all I've been talking about the last few months about what they need to do to inform the citizens on what's going on. I even shared an example on when you are providing an update, how you provide that update instead of just, hey, I'm sharing a picture with a valve out and saying they replacing a valve. I also, in that post, I said, hey, currently replacing a valve on 4th Street. This will take between this hour and this hour, this many hours projected for it to be done. The results of us fixing this is this will fix low water pressure. This will increase the overall infrastructure on this. This will do blase, blase, blase. I actually shared that post. I shared an example of that in what's happens in the Marion page. I also offer my services, offer my support to help assist with that so that we can inform the community. So guess what? The community ain't just coming home and they try to turn their water on and their water off. So the community can have time to actually plan to say, hey, the water going to be out between this time and this time, so I can make provisions to do whatever I need. I can make sure that I give my grandmama a bath before this time because the water going to be out during this time to this time. Do y'all see that? But no, we want to remain ignorant. We want to remain messy. And we want to spread rumors and lies and stuff that we don't know. One of the things that I want to say, and I'm going to go to it. I'm going to go to it. And I'm going to go to it. Might as well. Might as well. Right? Might as well. Yesterday, I shared a post. And the post I shared, and here go, I'm about to show you guys. But yesterday I shared a post. And I want to say this. And I want to say this. Yesterday, there are people in the community, that's saying, oh, I'm stalking Albert. How? And this is the funny thing with that, right? It's called community awareness. When the community sees an elected official out doing something that is illegal or they're not supposed to do, and they take pictures and they share it with me, and I share it, that's not me stalking. That calls community awareness. And the funny thing is, nobody is saying anything about the illegal activity that he's doing when the people taking pictures of him. It is illegal to use a county vehicle for personal use. Albert was at the Centerville Walmart yesterday in a county vehicle. You don't think I'm finna show y'all right here. Yesterday at 6:44. I want y'all to look at it, right? This is what I said. The people of Perry County has once again spotted you driving the county vehicle shopping at Walmart in Centerville. Here are a few questions. Were you conducting official county business at Walmart while using the county vehicle? 2, were you allegedly driving to your home in Birmingham in the county vehicle? 3, do you even care to abide by Alabama ethics laws with the multiple reported recent violations? Right? And look. Let's go. Let's look in. I'm finna show y'all where this same vehicle at. That's Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner right there. Right there. He getting in the vehicle. That's the expedition. That's the county vehicle. That's the expedition. That's the county vehicle. Now I'm finna show you guys something. This was yesterday. This was yesterday. I'm going to show y'all what happened today. Somebody shared this with me today. This man is back at Albert Turner Enterprise in the same vehicle. That is his private business. Albert Turner Enterprise. That's his private business. If you don't think so, let me show you. I'm going to show you. Because I know people be like, they got all these excuses, right? But I'm finna show you. Y'all saw that right there, right? Y'all saw this right here. I'm finna show y'all where he's at again. And that's the what? Third or fourth time somebody sent me pictures of Albert in the county vehicle. I'm going to it. I'm going to let it pull up and I'm going to it. Why am I doing this? Because it's illegal to use the county vehicle. That's a part-time position. That man, as high as gas is, you spending gas money, he's charging gas to the people of Perry County, driving in that vehicle for his own personal use. And if you ain't got a problem with it, that's cool on you. But I got to undo, and I got a right to speak and say whatever I want to say. Look and see where that at. That's Albert Turner Enterprises. The same parking spot, just a different spot. That's the same parking spot. That's just a different spot. Just because you cool with him doing illegal stuff and not speaking up, that's your problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your problem. But I'm going to speak up about it. Not only am I going to speak up about it, but I'm filing an ethics complaint to the Ethics Commission with these multiple photos, with the multiple posts that people keep saying I'm doing it in. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show other people in the community how to file that report to a complaint to the Ethics Commission. Because it's illegal. And if he do that, and you be like, oh man, you just being too hard. If this man do this with that, then what you think he's doing with the county money? What do you think he's doing with other business enterprises dealing with the county? If he's just going to disregard ethics violations over and over again, what do you think he's going to do? And this is the same person that's coming back and you want to get back in office? That can't even drive his own personal vehicle? Look, if he live in Marion, why would he take the county vehicle to drive to Walmart in Centerville, to drive back in Marion and not take his own personal vehicle? Or was he driving back to Birmingham to his alleged house that he actually lives at and stopping at Centerville on his way to Birmingham? Like, and I just wanted to say this, you know what I'm saying? And this what I wanted to say, and this what I want to get back to the other people. Right? And this is really kind of sad. Because I'm going to show you guys some things. And this is where I want to get to. Because I love the internet. The internet got receipts. The internet keeps receipts. That was yesterday, 6 p.m. All right, here you go. All right, yesterday, I just want to show you guys something. Once it's pull up, no, I got this slow internet here. Let's see. No, it's different right here. Oh, it did it then. Let me see. But why this? Okay. All right. These are some people. All right. I want y'all to see this. People say Albert Turner better get him some security before they kidnap him and play in his dupe. Because ain't no way y'all this upset. Nobody want to kidnap him. What do he need security for when he's driving a personal vehicle, a county vehicle, doing personal things? It's against the law. Let's go to another one. Let me see. Man, MF stalking me done been got shot. I'm serious about that. Who is stalking? Who is stalking? When the community's seeing it. And I'm just telling y'all. And people thinking it's condoning. Here you go. this comment, and they just be on here condoning it. Like we've been know what's going on for 20 years now. Dude, just following bro at this point. People know what's going on, know that it's wrong, but condone it. Because they've been conditioned to. Right? And again, I didn't take the picture. The community did. And this is, I want to show people where the mindset is at. Where the mindset is at. And you wonder why this man has been able to stay in positions for this long. We know it's been wrong. We know it's been wrong. But guess what? We know it's been wrong for 20 years now, but ain't no problem. Here go another one. This one I like. At this point, I wonder if he calling Albert name when he's slinging his rod. Not one mentioning on what's illegally being done. Not one mention that, not one mention that I lied or I am presenting factual information. That's why I said flies are drawn to manure. Flies are drawn to manure. And the reason why we have the conditions that we have in our county is because we have people who condone it and who entertain it, and they know it's wrong, but don't say nothing. You know why they don't say nothing? Because maybe they got a little something, maybe they got a little hookup or somebody looking out for them. Now, my thing is, I ain't got nothing personal with them. They got a right to have their own opinion. But at the same point, I just want people to understand this, right? Right. At the end of the day, it's not going to stop. Nothing is going to stop. Nothing is going to stop me raising awareness of what's going on in the community. Nothing is going to stop. And I want y'all to understand, because the awareness is being raised in the community, y'all are starting to see stuff happen in the community that y'all ain't see happen for years. Happen for years. So it doesn't matter if you agree with it or like it. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. And not only am I not stopping, man, I'm back home. I'm retired. We're taking this thing to another level. Because accountability and transparency are no longer optional. And I can't control if you don't understand the definitions of words. Stalking? No, that's not stalking. Raising awareness? Yes, that's what that is. You talking about community, civic awareness being raised, the civic people operating in their civic duties? That's what that is. Right? And you're right. You're right. Listen, at the end of the day, right? It's all about elevation. An eagle don't fly with chickens. An eagle don't fly with chickens. Right? So if automatically, if it regulated to something sexual in nature, that tells me where your wavelength at, where your thought process at. Not looking at what the truth is. But when the truth comes out, you're not going to say anything, because guess what? It's not about proving you wrong. It's about making the community better. It's about instilling that we got leaders that operate with integrity, that operate with a moral code, that operate with honor, with selfless service, not selfish service. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. Right? And I'm just telling you, a poverty mindset is what has had a stronghold on Perry County. And we just had leaders who exploit that with the same old racial BS, with the same old buffoonery. But I want to get to something earlier. I want to get to something that I shared earlier. And in this post, I didn't share it earlier because I was out, but I'm glad I wanted to come and share it right now so I can clearly articulate something, because there's some things I do want to clear up. But I want to say this off the cuff. And I'm finna say this off the cuff. Before I get on here, I want to show you guys something. No, I'm going to go through this and then I'm going to come back to it so we can have it in full context. We can have it in full context. Here you go. Earlier, I made this post. And in this post, it said, the desperation is becoming increasingly evident to Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner. And I said, during this campaign season, Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner has posted numerous times claiming that people endorse him. But my research shows that several of those people have received county money and or contracts. Because of that, some people may question whether those endorsements are honest or whether they were given to him to keep him happy and protect their benefits. This can look like a you do something for me and I do something for you situation. Now, on March 11th, Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner posted on his personal Facebook page this week endorsement from small business owners. Now I'm going to go to his page so you guys can see that, right? He said the proprietor of Derek Dietrich's lawn service, Bernard Dietrich, asserts that there is a clear choice in the District 1 race for Perry County Commissioner, stating that it's Big Al all day, every day. Now, what I can clearly say is I personally spoke to Mr. Bernard Dietrich today, and we spoke on the phone. Let me tell you why I did it. I'm finna show you. Finna show you guys why I did it. In the comments, I'm gonna view all comments. I'm gonna wait till the comments pop up. I'm gonna do all comments. It's so important once it's pop up because I want to show you guys something. Mr. Dietrich, he messaged me. He said, "Good morning. I'll be transparent with you." He gave me his number. He said, "Let's discuss things over a sit down or a call." He said, "I value discretion and would appreciate it if you don't discuss my business on social media." Me and him had about an hour phone conversation today. Me getting a chance to listen to him listen to me. One thing I would say is I have the utmost respect for Mr. Bernard Dietrich. Have the utmost respect for him. You know why? Because he was a man that stood up and spoke for himself. Right? What he did confirm is he said he confirmed that he endorsed Albert. He also confirmed that him and Albert have a history growing up. He said that his grandmother and Albert's mother was best friends, and he grew up eating over their house and everything. And I respect his right to support whoever he wants to. What I shared with him was I shared that the optics of it is because Albert has a history of lying and saying people endorsed him who didn't. That's why I shared it. And I also shared this, and I'm going back to it so people can see and understand full context. Full context, and not just going off of some mess that people want to spring. I also said on April the 10th, 2024, the Perry County Commission Chairman posted on his official Facebook page under the title Perry County Commission declares April Autism Awareness Month. In this post, he talked about actions of the commission. One of those actions on there is they approved the lawn service contract with Dietrich Lawn Service LLC. And I'm going to go to it so you guys can see it. This is the post, April the 10th, 2024. And down here, other actions taken by the Perry County Commission, right? And he said it right here. Approved the lawn service contract with Dietrich Lawn Service LLC, right? Now, this is the thing. When I shared that, and he said it, what he shared with me, and I'm sharing with everybody else. At that meeting, at that commissioners meeting, they had about 5 to 6 others, people who had put in bids to cut the grass at the courthouse. They had sealed bids and they opened them all there. He won the bid. Right? He won the bid. Right? And when he won the bid, it was read in front of all of the commissioners, and the county commission voted to give him that bid. So he shared that with me, and I got respect for him. Like I said earlier, patronize his business. This is not a knock on any one of those business owners. So this wasn't in a way to try to paint them in a bad light. What I wanted to do is raise awareness. Why? Because the fact is, right? Because the fact is this. The fact is, those last 3 people that Albert said endorse him, they either got financial money from, or they have Albert helped them get money for their businesses, or they got a contract from the county. Those are facts. I spoke with him as a man. We spoke as a man. He told me what his side was. And I said, man, I will come back and I will make sure that everybody hear from my mouth that you standing on business, that you actually did it. And I support you with it. And I ain't got no issue with that. But I also mentioned somebody else. I mentioned Mr. Jeremy Artis, Mr. Jeremy Artis, and I mentioned Mr. Jeff Tubbs, right? Because you go back here, on March 3rd, Albert said that Jeffrey Artis, endorsed him. That's the wrong one. Let me go down to the next one. This is the one from March 3rd. Albert said that Mr. Jeffrey Artis endorsed him, right? Now, if you go down on the 26th of January, Albert said Jeff Tubbs endorsed him. Once it pop up, you guys will see under the title, Chairman Turner Secures Resources for Small Business, Albert said this week's endorsement comes from Jeffrey Tubbs, a small business owner that employs 12 people, right? Y'all see that, right? And y'all see it's on Albert page, right? What I showed here is in a post that was on the 23rd of July, 2021. You see both Jeffrey Artis and Jeff Tubbs was 2 of the 8 people that received funding from that Albert said over $1 million went to those small business owners. Those 2 guys was 2 guys that received funding for it. A reasonable person can realize and think like, you know what? Okay, that makes sense, right? That right there makes sense. And somebody could think, was that a quid pro quo? You do something for me, I do something for you type thing. But I'm going to show y'all what my issue is with Jeffrey Tubbs. I'm going to show y'all what my issue is because today I've never spoken anything negative about him. I don't know him personally. I also said this morning earlier in my live to go patronize his business. I did that. But this is what he had the audacity to do today. I'm finna show y'all. Not that one. Let me go to it. Here it go. You remember what they said? I wrote a song about it. Here it go. All right. Today, this is what he sent me. Date time group is 12:17. This is about 45 minutes after I did my live. As y'all see, it's Jeffrey Tubbs. Y'all see the time, 12:17. This is what he said. Hey, if you got a problem with me, come see me. You better keep my name and picture off your social media. And I want y'all to see what my response was. I said, God bless you, brother. Is this a threat? Now, before I go on, how do you guys perceive that DM? How do you perceive that? How would you perceive that? Somebody get in your DM and say, hey, if you got a problem with me, come see me. You better keep my name and social media off your, keep my name and picture off your social media. How would you perceive that? I just want to know, how would you perceive it? That's why I asked the question. God bless you. Is this a threat? Now I want to show y'all something. This was his response. Let me see, it's this way. Yep. Nope. As y'all see, I said up here, God bless you, brother. Is this a threat? He said, you posting me on your social media page is a threat. I said, me mentioning your name, quoting a post Albert Turner shared, is a threat to you? He said, whatever you got against Albert is your business. Keep me out of your business. I said, if it wasn't a threat when he shared it on his official government Facebook, but it is when I quote him, when I quote him on mine, that's what I meant to type. I also said, I have no issue with you or Albert, but the fact is that I'm speaking about Perry County public business when a public elected official shares something, including you. I will continue to share public information. God bless. The audacity of somebody to come and attempt to intimidate me, talking about, hey, don't don't speak my name. Like, bro, I'm sharing just what Albert shared. That's exactly what I did. I ain't say nothing personal about you. I encourage people to patronize your business. But you want to come and you want to say, hey, if you got a problem with me, come see me. What is that? For me sharing a post that Albert shared with you, with your name on it. It wasn't no threat when Albert shared it, so why you try to act like it's a threat right now? Y'all see the craziness in that? Over in an endorsement post that Albert shared on his official Facebook page. But when I shared it to raise awareness about the validity of the actual endorsement, because Albert already been proven to lie like he did on Coach Jackson, lie like he did on about 4 or 5 other people sharing them saying that they endorsed him. But now you thinking I got a problem with you when I'm telling people to shop at your business? You were very careful not to say that it was a threat. But anybody can see that you tried to, boy, that man saved me with that, man. I don't know you, you don't know me. That type of stuff, bro, that bully stuff, bro, say that. I've been dealing with straight facts, truth, and verifiable information. I deal with public information. I don't get personal, right? But I would not be intimidated by nobody. Because I ain't coming at you like that. Because a grown man sent me his number and we had a conversation. And that's all I'm saying. Why are you so pressed about me holding Albert accountable? That's the other question. And Jennifer, I would tell you, I'm not distracted. Man, I'm focused. Yeah, I'm focused. And I don't know why people can't realize that right now. They can't realize the fact that I'm focused on what I'm doing. This is a divine assignment. I not only am I focused, but I'm pretty goddamn efficient and good at what I'm doing. And if that bothers you, that's a personal issue. Hey, I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. If I'm keep popping up on your algorithm, on your timeline, right? If I keep popping up on your timeline and your algorithm, and I just want people to say this, you can block me. You know that they got a snooze button? You can snooze me for 30 days. You can block me. But y'all keep coming back. Y'all keep engaging. Y'all keep sharing. If y'all disagree with me so much, why y'all coming over here? Because I'm continuing to raise awareness. You know what y'all ain't saying? Man, he lying. Y'all not saying that. Man, he ain't telling the truth. Y'all not saying that. Y'all just don't like the fact that I'm holding people accountable. Y'all just don't like the fact that I'm raising awareness. Y'all just don't like that. And a lot of that is because a lot of y'all, it is disturbing to you guys because you've never seen this before. Right? That's the end of, and that's like I said, if you listen, at the end of the day, you ain't got to watch me. You can block me. You can block me. It's that simple. It is simply that simple. And I'm just telling you, like, we have example after example with facts upon facts upon facts of mismanagement, of corruption, of just low down and a lot of things that's being done in our community that impacts everybody in the county. But folks mad at me for talking about it. Mad at me for talking about it. And this is the thing. Why this is the funny thing with this. That baseball field went from went from April the 5th, 2024 to November. I'm sorry, I'm going to go April the 9th because that's the day Albert said he was going to secure funding. April the 9th, 2024 to November the 19th, 2025. Right? To November the 19th, 2025. before they put them lights up. Nothing happens until awareness was raised. Then it happened in 12 days. It's set for 565 days. Right? And at the end of the day, we got people that just don't know no better. And I'm not finna argue with nobody that don't know no better. Listen, I'm not finna argue with anybody. They're just like me. I'm just saying this. And I'm being honest with you. This is just facts. I lived in Korea. I lived in Germany. I visited Japan. I visited the Czech Republic. I visited France. I've lived in Virginia, lived in Texas, lived in New York, lived in Georgia, lived in Kansas, lived in all these other places. I'm not finna argue with anybody that ain't never left the state and try to talk about what's better when the only thing they've been at is right there. There's nothing to have a conversation about. And that's not demeaning or anything. That's just speaking facts. And if people choose to be upset about that, then that's their problem. And I'm being honest with you. People will show their cognitive level of comprehension and understanding based off of how they react to truth, facts, logic, reason, and understanding. And at the end of the day, you can't do nothing about that. You can just focus on moving better. You know why? Listen. Everybody can't go with you. Remember, Lot's wife got turned into salt because she looked back. Everybody can't go with you. And I would tell you this. At the end of the day, awareness is being raised. You know why? People are having conversations. That's what it is. It's not a us versus them. That's what the enemy wants. The enemy want to create distractions, right? But at the end of the day, watch birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. And you know what's so funny? The funny thing, no, it's not funny, it's sad. And I'm being honest with you, it's sad. And I think about this often. This is the thing I think about often. I think about this often because it really, I can remember being in a space to where trying new things was scary because of what all I know. But what I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for my parents, for as a child, my grandparent, my granddaddy, we went on trips and we traveled. I was able to see, the nation capital, go to D.C., go to all these other, Pensacola, Florida, go to Panama City, go to all these different places as a child. Why? Because that showed me that the world was bigger than what I was. Now, sadly, we have some people that haven't had that privilege, and I understand that. This all they know. So if anybody that comes back and they talk about it and saying that it can be better, they hear it as negativity. And automatically, subconsciously, they feel as if it's a threat instead of embracing it, saying, hey, it can be better. But I'm just telling you, it's almost, I use it like a domestic violence situation where if you have a woman who never used to somebody being good to them, and they always used to, and it's just like if somebody raised in love and raised in survival. That survivor, they got a mindset, oh, I got to get it, boom, 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 and they going and going and going and going. But then mentally they tired, they wore out. They want companionship, they want support, but it's hard for them to trust because they always been let down. But you got somebody that grew up in a different environment that never had to deal with that. Now you want them to cater to you and your dysfunction from your survival mindset, but they ain't had to deal with it. It's a different mindset. And that's just what it is. Right? And at the end of the day, accountability is coming. Accountability is coming. That's just what it is. Right? And at the end of the day, sweetie, sweetheart, young lady, if you don't care about what I do, then why share my stuff and talk about me? Because you know what I don't do when I don't care about people? Scroll. So if I'm on your timeline, if I'm in your algorithm, they don't get like that by itself. I'm just telling you, it don't get like that by itself. And the reality is, you like to know what's going on. You like to know what's going on. Right? And that's just what it is. A lot of people in the community are learning things. A lot of people in the community are seeing things and understanding it from a different perspective. Right? They're realizing that there's a lot of stuff been going on that shouldn't be going on. These politicians are being held accountable. They're starting to do things that they didn't do before. Right? And that's what it is. And this is the thing. I'm just telling you right now, right? I'm telling you right now. One thing that I fully understand with this assignment is that everybody ain't going to agree. And it's fine. It's fine. It is completely fine. You don't have to agree to benefit from the blessings of somebody else doing what they're doing for you. You ain't got to agree with that. Because God positions certain people to have certain experiences so that they can bring back so other people can benefit from it. See, when a teacher goes to college, they go to college and they come back. When they come back to educate others who hadn't had that experience yet. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's all about elevation. And that's what it's about. That right there is what it's about. Look, man, I will tell you this, right? One of the funniest things I've seen, one of the memes is like this. I'm not finna argue with my kids. I got a daughter who's 27, a son who's 24, another son, 21, about to be 22 in 2 days. And I got a 14-year-old daughter. I'm not finna argue with them about life experience. Why? They got their own life to live. I'm not arguing them about life experience when I got the experience. You kind of see what I'm saying? Right? I'm just telling you, that's just what it is. I'm not arguing with somebody that don't have an understanding, a full understanding. I can hear, I can listen, I can engage, but I'm not arguing with it. You know why? There's no need to, because I'm focused on the facts, right? And going back to what I said at the end of this post, if you look, I asked the questions. Do you think these endorsements are genuine? Right? Do you think these endorsements are genuine? Then the other one said, if these endorsements are true, why have the individuals posted on their own social media pages that they endorse Albert Fitzgerald Turner? Right? And then it says this, right? Is it legal in Alabama to use your elected position to gain political favor? And it's not. Right? It's not. And I just tell you, man, and at the end of the day, we see what we have to deal with in our community. We see what contributes to the things going on in our community. Why we're the second poorest county in the state, the 23rd poorest county in the nation. We have the highest unemployment rate in the state. We rank lowest in a lot of areas. You know why? Because we don't like accountability. We don't like candor. We don't like people telling us the truth. And we want to operate in our feelings and take everything as a joke. I'm just telling you, that's what it is. And we take everything as a joke and not everything serious. And then we sit around 20 plus years later and we're in the same condition. Talking about the same thing. Blaming it on the white man when it's really us refusing to take accountability and do the things that we need to do to raise awareness in our community and be serious about it and not joke about everything. Because the facts is this. If I was doing this against a white person, wouldn't nobody be joking at all. I would say this, said Iman Bama Brown. I can speak for Mr. Dietrich. He is not endorsing Albert because he got a contract from him. He's endorsing Albert because he knows Albert and they got a history together. That's what it is. The other two, I can't speak for Jeff Tubbs or Mr. Jeffrey Artis. I can't speak for them. But I did speak to Mr. Dietrich, and his endorsement is he endorsing him because he got a history with Albert. They got a history, long history. His mom, his grandmama, and Albert's mother was best friends. So he grew up over there, eating over there and everything. So I ain't got no issue with anybody endorsing him. I'm just calling to account because Albert lied. Albert lied on Woody Jackson. Coach Woody Jackson. Albert got on here and said that Coach Woody Jackson endorsed him after he did a Black History highlight of him. And Coach Woody Jackson called him and told him to take it down. Then he put Miss Shara Thomas in there. The only thing he did was change Woody Jackson and Shara Thomas' name on it. He just switched their names out and it said the exact same thing. And I got screenshots of both of them. At the end of the day, this is accountability. At the end of the day, this is racial awareness. At the end of the day, this ain't going nowhere. So again, if you got an issue with it, you can block me. I've said that numerous of times. My message is not for you. That's just what it is. But I will continue to advocate for what's best, right? Just like this. I'm going to show you guys something. I shared this earlier. Let me go ahead on and look at it so we can see it. Hey, this is a road in Uniontown, Alabama. It's Buffer. This is the road if we're going to go and head directly to the downtown, headed towards Greensboro. And I just want you guys to see the road, the conditions of many of these roads in Uniontown. And as we driving, I'm going to take it slow, but as y'all see, these are the conditions of many of the roads in the city. And I will document it so people can see the realities of what we deal with here. And my question is, why do we continue to have to wait for so long with all of these excuses for not getting anything to better the overall infrastructure in our city? This is not a personal shot, but this is a call for accountability. It's a call for transparency. And these conditions didn't just get like this overnight. This is from years of neglect, years of things not getting done. And I just want the people to know and the community to know that we're not going to remain silent for it. We're not remaining silent when these conditions are like this in our town. Accountability and transparency are no longer optional. And the people are demanding change and progress. So that's just... Hey, this is a road in Uniontown. That's what I filmed that. I'm going to film a lot more roads around here. Do you see that? That's just not isolated just to one road. Do you see that? That's literally how Cedar Bluff Road looked, the whole mile stretch that they just repaid. I just want y'all to understand that. And everybody want to laugh and joke and ha ha, blah, blah, blee, blee, blee. That don't bother you? Is it because you're used to it? That's not normal, guys. That right there is not normal. That is not normal. And when I tell y'all, I would tell you, they say our people perish because of lack of knowledge. That's what it said. Our people perish because of lack of knowledge. Right? Right? When you sit down and think about it, and you drive around and you see all of these goddamn roads, the condition that they are. When you see the decapitated buildings that I see when I'm here. And you just sit around, it's the same old goddamn same old, but when somebody say something about it, you got people getting mad about it, like you are causing the problem. when there's other communities connected to us that are getting lots of grants. You know why? Because they got audits done. Their finances in place. They got budgets done. They're getting grants to get new equipment. They're getting grants to get to pave roads, to redo sidewalks, to upgrade the infrastructure in the community. But the reason why we don't have it is because we got administrations and leaders in our local areas that don't want to do audits, that don't want to do budgets, that don't want to be transparent to the people, and just sit around and use the same old excuse. Well, you know, the white man, and it's hard being around here, and all it is, and the heba and the jeeba and it's just hard around here. No. It's hard around here because we as a community take everything as a goddamn joke and don't hold these people accountable. So they just sit around, and when election time come around, they do a little tap dance in your face, give you a little gravel, do a little something like that, and you okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Listen, I left here 28 years ago. 28 years ago is when I left here. So if you're younger than that, you don't even know me. And it's okay. But just because you don't know what it looked like, what it could be, or what it used to be, that don't mean I got to settle for it because you don't have an understanding of it. I mean, look at, I'm telling you, when y'all see it, because listen, a picture or video says 1,000 words. And the reality is this. We sit around with this foolishness and we let these folks stay in these positions, and we don't get no better because we don't demand no better. And the reason why we don't demand no better is because we take everything as a freaking joke. We take everything as a joke unless we throw race in it. Unless we throw race in it. And the sad thing is, what is so upsetting to me is we got people that know wrong has been done, but we still defend it. That's a culture of poverty. In psychology and sociology, they got a term called the culture of poverty. The culture of poverty basically speaks towards that basically generations, people grow up in poverty, they develop a mindset to not get out of that, not to get out of poverty. They just grow up to stay on the same old cycle. And the reason why they do that is because that's what they've been conditioned with. Even though they got the mind to elevate themselves out, they don't want no better because they don't want none to mess up them getting the little stuff that they get in that situation. Somebody come and say, hey, we can give you a job, that job paying $25 an hour, but nah, I don't want that job because they're going to mess up my food stamps. That's going to mess up my other stuff, my Section 8. Well, that job you got will give you enough money so you can go and buy your own. I'm just telling you, that's not a knock on if you are in that position and you're taking, it's not a knock, but it's a lot of people that don't want no better. Like I said, I'm not arguing anybody that intentionally put their kids on medication or a diagnosis so they can get a disability check. And y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know there's a lot of people that do that because they don't want to work. Let me put my kids on an IEP. Hey, you hyper. Go ahead and jump out the wall. Yeah, he just hyper. So I can get that check every month so I can go and I can buy me some Jordans. And I can stay in my Section 8 housing and I can stay like this, that, and the third because I don't want to really get out there and work. And y'all know I ain't lying. But no, Robert, don't say that, Robert. Don't say that, Robert, because you talking bad and down on people because you think you better. No, I'm not. I'm speaking facts. You know how many kids, people in our community, people that I done grew up with, that then got put in special ed just so they folks can get a check. And they go throughout the whole school and they ain't got done special ed. Man, that stuff is sickening, man. And we do it to our own. We do it to ourselves, trying to manipulate the system. And I'm going to say this, the same folks that's out there that got something negative to say, that what I'm talking about are the same people who voted for Donald Trump because Trump said he was going to give you $2,000. But then turn around mad now because he ain't doing it. And if somebody come and give you $20, a six-pack, a fish sandwich, or promise you a little something, then you'll vote for them thinking you getting something out of it. But ask yourself, what are them same people that are paying you to vote for them? What are they actually doing for the community to make the community better? But see, listen, man. Everybody want to have something to say until you start telling the truth. Then when you start telling the truth, guess what? Everybody get quiet. Why we get quiet? Because the funny thing out of everything, out of 100% of the things that I've said, the funny thing out of all of it is nobody has ever said that I've lied. Nobody has ever said that, man, Robert lied. They said that they don't like me. They say that I do too much. They say that I'm annoying. They say that, dang, he do it every day. They say all other type of stuff. But they ain't never said, man, that man lying. Because they not worried about truth. They ain't saying nothing about, man, these folks moving different around here. These politicians moving different. They moving different. What? They moving different. They giving updates to the community. They moving different. They putting up lights that they promised a year and a half. They moving different. They did a road in Uniontown and they doing the parking lot at Hatch right now. They moving different. Because accountability. Do y'all see these people are calling the news stations to try to protect themselves? Man, y'all got, man, look. Listen, man, everybody wants something. Oh, man, long. Man, look, he helped me with this and he helped me with that. What did he do for the community? What did he do? And at the end of the day, man, like at the end of the day, people don't want truth when truth walking their front yard. I ain't never once said anything disrespectful to anybody. I will stand on business. I will stand on business. Because I'm a grown man. I was raised to stand on my own 2 feet. I ain't raised to be disrespectful or come at nobody no type of way. But that's what the people want. Because you know what? A fly is attracted to manure. PG-13 version. Takia, they moving different. That's another t-shirt idea right there. They moving different. They sure live. They sure live. Say sure live. Like we said, sure live, girl. Hey, they moving different. And at the end of the day, we just getting started. Right? And the thing about it is, I would tell you, change will be accelerated when people start changing their mindset and start realizing that, hey, it ain't about who the person is. It's about what the results is in them doing their job. Because you about to lose your job if you don't start doing your job. What they say now, you about to lose your job if you don't start doing your job. What they say now? You know, there's so much stuff. Everybody's like, man, this dude posts every day. It's so much stuff. Hey, so, okay. Let me, what they say? Let's talk a little talk, right? Talking a little talk right now. I just want to have a conversation. Let's talk a little talk, right? Just talk a little talk. Now, everybody know that there's a lot of people, a lot of politicians throughout the Black Belt, specifically in Perry County, who don't even live in the town. You got allegedly mayors who living in Tuscaloosa. They live in Tuscaloosa, but they the mayor down in other towns. Allegedly. You got county leaders who allegedly living in Birmingham area. that's supposed to be in District 1, allegedly. Y'all see what I'm saying? And we know this, but don't nobody say nothing. You know why? It's always been like that. It's been like that for 20 plus years. It's just been like this. And everything, it's just been like that for 20 plus years. You know what's funny with that? This is the funny thing. You ain't got no problem with knowing that somebody been doing something for 20 plus years, but if your girlfriend or boyfriend lied to you about them going to McDonald's with somebody, now you want to fight. You want to cut somebody. Man, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. At the end of the day, we're going to continue with these facts. We're going to continue with the truth. We're going to continue with this accountability. Because accountability and transparency are no longer optional, and they don't got done discriminate. They don't discriminate at all. At all. So whatever it is, whatever it is, if you are an elected official, do your job. Like at the end of the day, it is time for a change. It's time for the people to step up. Weed out all of this foolishness. It's time for the people to step up. You know why? Because it ain't going to get no better for us sitting around just waiting on somebody else to come in. And back to what I said earlier, right, about Mr. Bernard Dietrich, right, and his lawn care service. This man stood up on his own 2 feet. Listen, this man do a great job, exceptional job cutting grass, right? And he said that he endorsed Albert. I respect his decision, right? That's his decision. But what I don't appreciate, right, I don't appreciate people trying to come to me think you're going to intimidate me because I'm sharing public information that includes you. Public information. It'd be one thing if I came and I shared something from your own personal page. But public information. Public. Papa Uniform Bravo Lima India Charlie. No, TJ, I ain't got no crush on Albert. If I got a crush on Albert, that means that I got a crush on the community. You see that? I got a crush on the community because I got a lot of love for my community. And a few things I don't play about. I don't play about my family or my community. But I just want to tell you, your question about me having a crush on Albert, show a level of ignorance, my brother. Do you have a crush on Donkey Kong? Kind of see that? Just think about that. You don't know me, I don't know you, but to ask me that, you're trying to insinuate something that's not true. And that's displaying a level of ignorance. A willful level of ignorance. I've repeatedly said over and over that I ain't got nothing personal against them. Y'all just don't like accountability. Do you condone misappropriation? Do you condone mismanagement? Do you condone all this other stuff? You kind of see what I'm saying? Do you condone alleged fraud? Do you condone theft, alleged theft? Do you condone that? Hey, man, God bless you, man. That's all I can say. Yeah, I just want people, like, we can see, look at the comment that TJ Green just said. Look at that comment, right? And that shows you where some people's minds are. And we can't do nothing about it. That's a personal issue, personal thing that they got to work through. Because, man, I'm about doing the Lord's work, man. I'm about doing the Lord's work. Praying for you. For real. What you're doing, man, you're showing the community, you're showing the world. You're showing the world, man. That's just what it is. Right? And at the end of the day, you know you're doing something when everybody else always want to come in and try to stir the pot. When you're sticking with facts. Right? And listen, at the end of the day, it's all love over here, man. There's a lot of people that don't know me, and I'm cool with that. Right? They don't know me. You don't know me. I don't know you. I ain't got nothing against you. I ain't got nothing against nobody. Right? But at the end of the day, accountability is coming. And it's here. And the world sees you. The world sees you. Yeah, and listen, all of this stuff, man, everybody can say whatever they want to say. I just wish the people would see right? I wish the people would see those that try. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. You know why I say that? The devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. What they say? The devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. The peace of God that surpasses all understanding. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Right? Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Right? I want people to really understand that when you about God's business, God keep you focused, man. And I ain't got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you. Right? You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. And the assignment continues. If I misspoke, if I said something that was wrong, and please provide me with credible information that I can reference, and I will come back on here, and as loudly as I can come back on here, and I will come back on here and I will scream from the mountaintop, right? Again, go subscribe to Educate to Elevate 334 on YouTube. All of these videos, all of that stuff, that will go over there as a repository, right? So that we can go back and we can reference. Listen, we're going to take this thing to the next level. The next step is to start filing these complaints. That's the next step. And we're going to hold these people accountable. And at the end of the day, when accountability comes, all of these people, these other people that try to be detractors, they'll just lay low in the background and don't have nothing to say while we continue to move Perry County forward. You guys have a blessed. Oh, and I got to say this. I'm sorry. I got to say this. A lot of the reasons why people hadn't come in here from the state in Alabama is because that goes back to the Marion 3. The state of Alabama don't want to be seen coming to Perry County and be seen as racist. Don't be seen as racist. And that has worked to our detriment in Perry County. You know why? Because many of these elected officials know that. That's why they do the shenanigans that they do. That's why it's going to take a concerted effort from the community, organizing, coming together, leveraging all of these systems, all of these resources to get accountability to come to this area. Because if we don't do it now, we're going to be stuck like this for the next 30 years. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. God bless.